No one ever thought Vince Gill would drop something like this. At 67, the country music legend has finally opened up about his time with the Eagles, and what he's revealing now is way more shocking than anyone expected. Behind those perfect harmonies and that calm, friendly smile, Gill was carrying years of pressure, silence, and a truth he never dared to share until now. Nearly a decade ago, in January 2016, the world of rock was shattered by the death of Glenn Frey, a moment fans will never forget. As one of the founding members of the Eagles, Frey helped shape the sound of American rock with unforgettable anthems like Hotel California, Take It Easy, and Lying Eyes. He didn't just play the music, he was the heart and soul of the band. When Frey passed, it tore a hole that couldn't easily be filled. Emotionally, the band was broken, and musically, the world wondered if that classic, harmony-driven sound would ever return. Fans everywhere grieved the loss of a man whose songs had soundtracked their lives for generations. The future of the Eagles suddenly felt uncertain, and nobody knew what would happen next. But even in the shadow of that loss, Don Henley, Joe Walsh, and Timothy B. Schmidt weren't ready to let the Eagles fade away. They knew continuing wouldn't be easy. It would take someone who could honor Glenn Frey's legacy without just copying him. After a lot of thought and soul-searching, they made a bold move and invited Vince Gill, the country icon known for his golden voice and pure talent, to join their legendary lineup. Vince Gill, celebrated for his masterful guitar skills and that smooth, heartfelt voice, had admired the Eagles for most of his life. So when the band reached out to him, it wasn't just an incredible honor, it was a massive weight on his shoulders. Gill has always made it clear how deeply he respected the Eagles, calling himself a lifelong fan who understood how sacred their music truly is. In every interview, Gill has stressed one thing: he never tried to replace Glenn Frey. Instead, he saw his role as keeping the heart of the Eagles alive, performing Frey's parts with deep respect while adding his own flavor and soul to keep the music breathing. When he officially joined the Eagles in 2017, he walked into a role that had shaped the band for more than 40 years. Knowing the pressure would be unlike anything he'd faced before, Gill threw himself into learning every harmony, every guitar lick, and every detail of the band's onstage chemistry, all while staying true to himself. His energy gave the Eagles a second wind, allowing them to keep touring and performing their classics so fans could still feel that same magic live. But it wasn't just about talent. Gill brought a genuine warmth, a humble presence that comforted both the audience and the band, helping them heal from their loss while stepping boldly into a new era. He's even shared stories about those early concerts when he first joined, moments thick with emotion and nerves. One memory he often talks about centers around performing Take It to the Limit, a song so tied to Glenn Frey's voice and spirit that you could feel the tension in the crowd before the first note hit. Yet when Gill sang it, something powerful happened. The room fell silent, hearts connected, and for a moment, it felt like the Eagles were whole again. When Vince Gill began singing those opening lines, he could feel the eyes of the crowd locked on him. Every person in that room seemed to be silently wondering, could this new voice truly honor Glenn Frey's spirit? The air was thick with tension. Gill later admitted there was a deep sense of unease, not just about his technical skill, but about whether the Eagles could really move forward without Glenn. Then came the moment everything changed. After the first chorus of Take It to the Limit, Gill felt a sudden shift sweep through the audience, a collective sigh of relief, like everyone was thinking the same thing. I think it's gonna be okay. For Gill, that moment hit hard. It was beautiful, almost sacred. It was the instant fans silently decided to trust him, not as a replacement for Frey, but as someone who truly wanted to protect the heart and soul of the Eagles. That fragile understanding became the foundation of Gill's early days with the band. Those first shows taught him more than any rehearsal ever could: humility, connection, and the power of emotion over perfection. He realized that shredding on guitar or nailing every note wasn't enough. He had to carry the history, the stories, and the feeling behind every lyric. Each performance became a kind of conversation with the crowd, a delicate mix of honoring the past while letting his own voice shine through. Fans could sense his sincerity, and little by little, their skepticism started to fade. They saw that Gill wasn't there to steal the spotlight. He was there to protect it. Critics took notice too, praising how effortlessly he blended into the band while still keeping his own artistic identity. It was proof that his respect for the music ran deep. Even after years on the road with the Eagles, Vince Gill never lost sight of that balance. He stayed remarkably grounded, always mindful of how to merge his own artistry with the band's legendary catalog. In a revealing 2025 interview with American Songwriter, he offered a rare look into his mindset on stage, especially when it came to one delicate question fans often ask: should he include his solo songs during Eagles shows? That insight showed just how carefully he walks the line between honoring history and sharing his own voice. Vince Gill revealed that Don Henley once suggested he perform one of his own songs during an Eagles show, specifically his timeless hit, Whenever You Come Around. It could have been an easy fit, a nod to his incredible solo career, but Gill turned it down, and not because he didn't appreciate the offer. His reason was surprisingly humble and deeply thoughtful. Gill explained that he didn't want to give fans any reason to feel unsure about his place in the band. He said, "I didn't want to give audiences one more reason not to be happy that I'm out there." For him, joining the Eagles was never about fame, ego, or promoting his own name. It was about honoring a legacy that meant everything to generations of listeners. He knew fans came to those shows for one reason: to relive the songs that shaped their lives, the harmonies and guitar solos that have been echoing through memories for decades. Even the idea of slipping in one of his own tracks, even one as beloved as Whenever You Come Around, didn't sit right with him. He could already hear the potential reaction in his mind. "I didn't come here to hear Vince Gill's songs, I came here to hear the Eagles." That single thought was enough to settle it.
Gill's decision wasn't about playing it safe. It was about showing respect at the highest level. While plenty of artists in his position might have used the moment to spotlight their own catalog, Gill chose humility over self-promotion. His restraint spoke louder than any solo he could have played, proving just how seriously he takes the responsibility of carrying the Eagles' legacy forward. Vince Gill made it clear that he's always been careful not to blur the lines between his world and the Eagles' world. He once said, "I never wanted to push my world into theirs and vice versa." For him, the Eagles' music isn't just a catalog of songs, it's a shared legacy, sacred to both the band and their fans. It was never about stamping his own story over theirs, but about protecting something much bigger than himself. In June 2025, Gill sat down for a rare and honest interview with Parade, opening up about how he views his place in the Eagles and how he manages to balance that with his long and respected solo career. Known as a master guitarist and one of the smoothest voices in modern country, Gill spoke with a mix of pride and humility about what he really brings to the group. He explained that while he's got serious guitar chops, his voice is what truly connects him to the band's legacy. That's what the Eagles needed most from him, to keep those soaring harmonies alive and to help preserve the distinctive sound Glenn Frey helped build. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes being part of a legendary group isn't about standing out, it's about blending in just right. But Gill didn't sugarcoat the emotional side of it either. He admitted that there are moments when he genuinely misses performing his own songs, saying softly, "I miss my own career." It was an honest confession that showed the tug of war between personal expression and teamwork. Even with all the admiration and success that comes with being an Eagle, there's still that ache for the creative freedom he once had, a reminder that even legends have to make sacrifices for something greater. "I really miss that music," Vince Gill admitted, his voice heavy with the bittersweet truth of performing legendary songs that aren't his own. For someone with a solo career as rich and celebrated as his, packed with decades of hits and chart toppers, it's easy to understand that longing to step back into his own world every now and then. But what makes Gill's words hit deeper is the level of maturity and self-awareness behind them. He understands that being part of the Eagles isn't just another gig. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to stand inside a piece of American music history. Gill sees it as a privilege, a rare opportunity to contribute to something that's bigger than any one artist. And even though the songs might not carry his name, the spirit and joy he brings to them are all his own. At the same time, he's quick to point out how much fun he truly has performing with the band. He said, "If I can have more fun, then the people will too." A simple line that perfectly sums up his philosophy on stage. For Gill, it's not just about hitting the right notes or nailing every harmony. It's about feeling the music and letting that energy flow through the crowd. That give and take between performer and audience is what keeps every show alive. His genuine joy radiates across the stage, pulling the crowd in and reminding everyone why the Eagles songs still matter so much. Gill's outlook reveals a deep understanding of his place, not just as a musician, but as a bridge between eras, keeping the past alive while bringing his own spark to the present. Vince Gill has become more than just a performer. He's a true guardian of the Eagles' legacy, walking that fine line between honoring their history and keeping his own creative fire alive. Looking ahead, Gill revealed that he's still pushing forward with his solo work while staying fully devoted to the band. He even teased fans with some exciting news. He's gearing up to release 7 to 9 brand new songs. That's proof that while his heart beats for the Eagles, his own artistic voice is still very much alive and thriving. On top of that, Gill continues to tour non-stop, splitting his time between his solo shows and the Eagles' massive performances, including their buzzed-about Las Vegas residency. Balancing two powerhouse careers isn't easy, but Gill somehow makes it look effortless. His ability to move between those worlds, preserving the timeless sound of the Eagles while also carving out fresh creative ground for himself, shows just how versatile and passionate he truly is. In a candid interview with the Boston Globe, Gill opened up about what sets him apart from many of rock's larger-than-life figures. He said he's never craved the spotlight, and that humility is exactly what drew Don Henley to him in the first place. After Glenn Frey's passing, Henley knew they needed someone who understood what being in a band really meant. Not someone chasing solo glory, but a musician who cared about the sound, the chemistry, and the legacy above all else. And that's exactly who Vince Gill is. His humility isn't just talk. It shows every time he steps on stage or rehearses with the group. He listens, he adapts, and he lifts everyone around him. For a band as legendary and as strong-willed as the Eagles, that kind of energy wasn't just helpful, it was essential. Vince Gill has shared some incredible stories that perfectly capture both his deep respect for his bandmates and his incredible range as a musician. One fan-favorite story comes from a live performance of Joe Walsh's rock anthem, Rocky Mountain Way. While hammering out those powerful guitar chords, Gill suddenly noticed Walsh giving him a surprised look, before joking, "I thought you were a bluegrass guy." Gill just laughed and fired back in his usual down-to-earth way. "Well, I am, but I like this, and I can do this too." That playful exchange says it all. It showed how easily Gill can cross genres, shifting from smooth country melodies to hard-hitting rock riffs without missing a beat. More importantly, it showed his attitude. He's not there to steal the show. He's there to make the music soar. He adapts effortlessly, always serving the song instead of chasing attention. For Gill, being part of the Eagles has never been about ego or fame. It's about respect, teamwork, and keeping something timeless alive. While plenty of artists might use a gig with a legendary band as a platform to show off, Gill has a completely different mindset. He sees himself as a steward of the Eagles' legacy, a protector of their sound, their spirit, and their story. Every note he plays, every harmony he adds, is a tribute to decades of music that shaped generations.
His role in the band proves that truly great music isn't just about individual brilliance, it's about chemistry, trust, and shared passion. Fans and critics alike can feel that sincerity every time he performs. They know Gill's not trying to outshine anyone. He's there to make sure the songs shine brighter than ever. His humility isn't just refreshing, it's the very thing that keeps the Eagles' magic alive night after night. Vince Gill's humble attitude has earned him massive respect, both on stage and behind the scenes. His easygoing nature and genuine heart helped smooth what could have been an incredibly tense transition after Glenn Frey's passing. Even though Gill is a powerhouse solo artist with a wall full of awards and decades of success, his focus has never been on personal glory. It's always been about harmony, teamwork, and keeping the Eagles' spirit alive with integrity. For Gill, joining the Eagles wasn't some career boost or strategic move. It was, in his own words, an unbelievable opportunity. From the very first moment he was invited to step into the space Glenn left behind, he treated it with deep gratitude and reverence. In interview after interview, Gill has spoken about what it truly means to carry that kind of legacy, the weight, the pride, and the honor all mixed into one. Every time he walks onto that stage, he feels the responsibility in his bones, not just to the band, but to the millions of fans who've built memories around these songs. To Gill, each performance is sacred, a way of paying tribute to the music that changed rock forever. He said that stepping on stage fills him with a powerful blend of awe and humility, because the songs he sings aren't just hits from the past, they're pieces of history. Every lyric, every harmony carries the soul of the Eagles, and Gill treats each one like a treasure meant to be protected and passed on. The Eagles' songs aren't just music, they're cultural landmarks that have defined entire generations. Vince Gill knows that better than anyone. He's been open about the bittersweet truth behind his place in the band, acknowledging that the tragedy of Glenn Frey's passing was what made room for him to join. It's something he carries with quiet awareness, a reminder that his opportunity came from loss, and that every note he sings comes with a sense of respect and emotional weight. But instead of dwelling on the sadness, Gill chooses gratitude. He focuses on the chance to honor what came before him, to protect the legacy and keep the magic alive for those who've loved the Eagles for decades, and for those hearing them for the very first time. He sees himself not as a replacement, but as a caretaker of something sacred. His mission is to preserve the heart of the Eagles sound, while keeping every performance fresh, real, and filled with soul. Gill often says that joining the Eagles isn't about trying to be Glenn Frey. It's about contributing to the band's ongoing story. Every night on stage, he's helping bridge the past and the present, making sure the music stays as powerful and moving as it's always been. That gratitude runs deep, fueling every performance with a mix of joy, respect, and genuine love for the craft. He's talked about the incredible feeling of singing songs like Hotel California, Desperado, and Take It Easy, songs that have shaped the very identity of American music. Gill says he never takes a single moment of it for granted. Each show reminds him just how lucky he is to be part of something far bigger than himself. To him, performing with the Eagles isn't just another gig. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to help carry a legacy that continues to echo across generations. For Vince Gill, the music isn't just entertainment, it's sacred. Stepping into a band with such an incredible history is both an honor and a huge responsibility, and he treats it with absolute care every single night. His gratitude shines through in the way he carries himself, with pure professionalism, quiet confidence, and endless humility. Every show is a true team effort, and Gill makes sure to honor that spirit. He's constantly showing respect for his bandmates, Don Henley, Joe Walsh, and Timothy B. Schmidt, recognizing the trust they've placed in him and working hard to deliver the authentic Eagles experience that fans deserve. His mindset keeps him grounded, helping him balance the weight of a legendary legacy while still staying true to who he is as an artist. Gill knows that this opportunity isn't just about personal ambition, it's about serving something far greater, the timeless power of the Eagles' music and the fans who keep it alive. So what do you think about Vince Gill's heartfelt revelations about his time with the Eagles? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more exclusive stories, music insights, and behind-the-scenes moments from the legends themselves. Hit that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.